Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Scratch Golf Academy, and today we're going to talk about something super important, and that's how to correctly practice out at the range. I see too many people at the range have all their balls dumped out and rapid firing, not stopping and taking the time and just being super unproductive. If you're taking the time to come out to the range and hit balls, you might as well do it properly so you can actually get better. So today we're going to talk about that. So the first mistake that I see a lot of people make out at the range is they have their full bucket right here and they'll just dump all of it out if there's a tray right next to it and dump the whole entire bucket out at a time. And that just makes it super easy to get a bunch of balls and start hitting them rapid fire. So what I recommend doing is you can do a couple things. For one, if you want to really try to slow down your practice session, you can do something like this. Take one ball out at a time, throw it on the ground, and then go through your routine and fire away. But I understand if you don't want to, go down and reach for a ball every time. So grab about 4 balls, one you're hitting and about 3 others, and just put it in the corner right there, right? And what that's going to do is it's going to not tempt you to go so quickly when you're going through your practice session. So if I was to go and hit these 4 balls, I just have a wedge, right? We're going to go through our little practice session here, and what I'm focusing on is just nice smooth tempo. This is a little warm up, right? Super important to warm up. And I'm going to hit my shot here. Hit it pretty well. So now what I see a lot of people doing is they grab the next one and they'll just fire away even before that one hits the ground. But by only having a couple on your mat here, it takes your focus away from that and allows you to focus at the shot at hand. So that's tip number 1. Second thing that I don't see really any people doing when I'm just out at a public range is not using alignment sticks. So I got sticks here just from Home Depot, right? And you can get ones just like these. They're only a couple bucks. You can use 1 or 2, but we'll use 1 for this sake. And what you got to do is you're not going to get better if you're not picking a target down at the range and aiming for it, right? If you're just hitting into a big field, when you start getting out onto the actual course and aiming at small targets like the flag, it's going to be very difficult. So take your alignment stick like this, pick some sort of target down there. I see a little red flag. We're just going to line this up just about at it. And if I have a 7-iron here, what I'm going to do is for every single shot, I'm going to check my alignment because that could throw almost everything off in your swing. So first we're going to make sure the club face is square. What you can do here, honestly, is you grab your second stick and you put it parallel to that first one there. So we're looking pretty good. And this second stick is going to be a aim point for your club face. We're going to make sure that stays nice and square. So first, make sure the club face is square to your target there. Then grip the club. Then square your feet up to the club face with this bottom stick like this. And finally, make sure the shoulders are nice and square here. And then we can go ahead and fire away. Pretty good. A little right in my target. And that way, it allows you to adjust, right? So if it was a little bit right of my target, what I'll do is I'll get my other ball here, maybe adjust this slightly to the left, make sure we're on plane there, and fire away. There's a couple different ways you can go about, aiming at targets at the range. One, you could just pick one singular target out there and hit a bunch towards it, or you can mix and match different targets out at the range. You could aim a little bit to the right for one shot, then up next go a little left, because if you think about it out on the golf course, you're not hitting straight every single time, so it's good to mix it up, especially because the mats here point you in one direction. So if we square everything up here, then we should be able to hopefully get everything on plane. And it gives you that instant feedback, right? If you see the ball kind of moving a little bit more to the right or left, then you can start implementing the drills that you're working on that you see here on Scratch, right? That will help you with those misses, but it's not going to do anything if you don't properly align. Let's do one more right here. There we go. Alright, so you say you get your balls in order, you don't have a ton on the mat, you have your sticks out, which is great. That's good 2 steps there. The third and final step is to just be deliberate with every shot. I kind of mentioned this in the beginning, but you could still have, your sticks out here, think you're aligned, just use it as a baseline, and then, fire away. And that's great and all, like you did 2 out of the 3 steps, but the third and final step of being deliberate is really having intense focus during each shot, right? So what I'm doing here is, you know, if I'm lined up to that red flag, I'm making sure my club face is square every single time, making sure my feet are square, taking a second to look at that red flag, you know, maybe do like a little rehearsal, focusing on your drill that you're focusing on, whatever that may be, and then go ahead and fire away. All right, and there I missed it way to the right. So, say you hit a bad shot. What I recommend doing is, you hit a bad shot, start implementing a little drill, right? So there I missed it to the right. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little drill here and just over-exaggerate, feeling like I'm gonna come a little bit more left there. You don't wanna hit 2 bad ones in a row. I see too many people just hit multiple bad ones in a row and then keep going. If you wanna get better, you gotta start implementing changes as they happen. So there we go. Overcorrected it, which is great. Overcorrect your problems. We're now at the range, but make sure you try to implement these 3 steps. It might seem like a lot at first, but honestly, it's not that bad once you do it. Get yourself a set of alignment 6. If you don't want to get alignment 6, just use a couple clubs in your bag. Super easy. Take this to the range next time you go out there. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Scratch Golf. Check out my stuff over on that golf grind, and I'll see you guys out here real soon.